All right, great day, everyone. So I'm putting it on some spooky music today. Ooh, so spooky. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let me move that down just a little. All right, all right. Everything seems beautiful, but what is going on behind the scenes? What are we going to see going into the weekend? Let's see if The Economist is out yet. We saw China. We saw Trump become a king from South Korea. Now what else are we going to see? Let's get those limits set up. Oh, look at that. The SPY closed up 33 cents. 33 disaster days ahead. I'm just kidding. I have no idea. It's really funny though. If you are hanging out on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Kick, give me a hey Jane. You look great today. Thank you. You do too. Just to let me know that the chat is working. That would be awesome sauce. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Appreciate you guys, everything that you share with me every day. It's a joint effort. What is standing out to me today? What is standing out to me today? We are at an all-time high for the longest government shutdown ever. That tells me something is not jiving. They say in the news they are getting private donors to pay. They are talking about cutting the SNAP funding. So if you know people that are on SNAP, let them know where food banks are. Be prepared to share food with your fellow neighbor that might need that help, right? Because it could be an interesting month ahead. So we want to be aware that we're coming into October. We are at all-time highs on the indexes. We're seeing that the Russell was giving us a sell-off signal. We've had some good earnings, but mostly in the tech sector, right? A lot of others are not so beautiful and amazing, right? You got Google that's really rocking it to the upside today. We've got some other major earnings, XM Sirius as well. Wow, lots that are rocking it to the upside today, and yet the market is pulling back. So let's look at our number one there, NVIDIA, starting to pull down. Where NVIDIA goes, the general market goes as well. All right, let's also look at the calendar for today. What do we have going on? FOMC Bowman speaks. And let's go 42 here for our fear and greed. And looks like we might have an upward day of crypto today, rocking that to the upside. Let's put this as caps here. NVIDIA. Let's check out Tessie. Tessie pulling back as well. Let's see. What do you guys think? It's kind of spooky what's going on in the market. Microsoft as well. Some of the majors are being affected. And Microsoft had earnings. $5.29. 26. So I am going to be doing yoga on TikTok in the mornings come 6 o'clock. I'm going to have to get to bed early. but I always feel better when I do that. So I hope you guys will join me there on TikTok in the mornings. It's going to be more my personal channel. More personal stuff, less business stuff. All right. Let's also get into, yes, what is killing it today? Hold on, let's go like this. The Googs. Rocking it to the upside on earnings. But it is a bit odd that we are at such highs with the longest government shutdown, right? Let's go here, longest government shutdown, thank you, is what we're going through right now, right? Snap is going to be lost, like I said. Government shutdowns, maybe they're going to figure it out tomorrow, maybe they'll figure it out next week, maybe they'll figure it out next Friday. Seems like we are, okay, so it was 34 days was the longest. All right, so I scratched that. We're only at 30 days. So officially, let's see, days from calculator. All right, let's go 35 days from, did you know this cool calculator exists? I love all these little tools. Okay, add 35 days, calculate. That's going to give us November 5th. So if we don't have a resolution by November 5th, seat belts. I think this market is going to be rocking, not to the upside, but the downside. And where are people going to put everything? Where are they going to put their money? So November 5th to me is that, oh snap, is no longer. Unfortunately, bad joke to make, but a real one to make. All right, we got MSTR moving to the upside on earnings as well. Oh la la, because what happened here? MSTR was showing that it was up, and then it's not. It is the was that wasn't. How come it says earnings here? Oh, it's after hours. All right, we'll put it over here. MSTR. That means we make this italics because it's happening after hours. 263. And the big money all the way up here from last earnings. Yes, 335.97. So that is not looking so pretty. Oh, I wanted to look at open as well because open has this trend line triple test. So are we going to see, right now it looks like they sold again right there, but remember, third time test of anything tends to be stronger when it breaks out. So this has been having a 1, 2, 3, 4. Are we going to have a breakdown to the 5th down here? Or is it going to move to the upside? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It did not work there. So we shall see. I would say put the, if I was getting into open, I would put $6.99, $7 as that support to watch. We have MP materials moving to the upside, getting into pre-earnings territory, but not there yet. We have earnings next week, the 6th. Daily POC over here, 73.94. All right. LAC, CRML, look at it bouncing off of big money level right here. 45 million there. It is a lower float. Big money level is at 1178. This could have a bigger run to it. But showing money's flowing out sort of sideways here. Still green on the money flow indicator. SLV, again, moving to the upside today. Where was it? It was, I forgot already. How many are in SLV? I like to put it on there. I need to write it over here. SLV. Hold on. This is GLD. GLD is 300. My little cheat sheet. 361 mil. Let's go to SLV. $538. Okay. I think we might start to, oopsies, see this market fall apart. Big money level is 43.62, so we are dancing around that big money level of what they could be doing. GGLL, let's see, never heard of it. GGLL, oh, Google double directional. There you go. It makes sense as to why it was rocking so much. Eli Lilly, crazy, crazy results. All those drugs. Yeah, let me shoot myself up with some scorpion venom or something. Let me go ahead and freeze my belly. 1 in 3%, 30% chance of, permanent body damage by using Mounjaro or Ozempic, all that stuff. Yeah, I want in on that just to be skinny. I want to go ahead and, but I guess you know what? People rather not exercise and eat healthy and just give themselves a shot, literally give themselves a shot. So, is what that is. All right, let me scooch this over here. I don't know why it does that. It's annoying. How come this? All right. Meta pain. Meta pain. Ooh. Meta drop. Ooh. Ouchie patouchie. We got the horrid H. The horrid H for the drop. Fish and deer. Oh. Yeah. Well, Microsoft is still down, right? Were you short? $689.88. Let's go back here. NVIDIA, big money level. I don't think has moved from 177. Sorry. Yeah, 177.75 over here. 177.75. And Tesla, la prochaine, la. Oh, okay. Tesla, ooh. I would watch that 461.34, but big money's at 433.46. All right, let's erase this stuff over here. If you guys have any stocks or cryptos or anything like that you'd like to check out, put it in the chat. We've already done our limits for today. Let me tweet out what we are covering. You know what? Usually when there's price targets to raise, what does that mean? They're selling. It's almost like, hey, let me advertise that we're going to sell at this price. And we want you to start buying so we can sell into your buying. They got to create a buyer somehow, right? Let's advertise that it's going to go up, especially with Jim Cramer and MSNBC. Sorry. Not sorry. All right, let me put out what we are talking about. The Googs, MP, CRML, SLV, LLY. There's so many things that are moving. But the biggest thing to me is hey, this is very concerning that the market is just moving higher with almost the longest shutdown in history. Longest would be if we make it to November 5th. It's going there. It's going there. No doubt. Afraid to say, I have no doubt that it will not reopen. Unless they get a personal donor like Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, to bail them out. But Trump kind of canceled all of his contracts, so I'm not sure that's going to work. All right. So if you have just found my live stream and you're new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. I have been in the stock market for 25 plus years, and I've seen the dot-com bubble implosion, and I'm seeing the crypto failure. It's not going to work. It's not the solution, in my opinion, for it's not the solution, in my opinion, for bailing out the world. They don't have the capacity for it. You want wing? Okay. Let's put wing over here. If you guys have a stock or a crypto that you want me to check out, let me know. I will put it over there on the side. We will check out what Wingstop is doing. So I look to see where that big money is. The big money is going to tell us where they bought or where they've sold, right? Bitcoin has this sort of megaphone right here, and we hit the midline again, and now we are down below all of those points of control. Our October point of control, actually, you see, they just shifted everything, and we are all hanging out right here. We are below it. We are below the big money point of control for the entire year. Does that mean buy Bitcoin, in my opinion? Heck no. That means be prepared for it to drop. What is a... Let's see. We'll check it out. Okay, so big money level for Bitcoin on the daily is a 111,317. In my opinion, it's a short. Ethereum, big money level is at 3982.80 on the daily. In my opinion, it's a short. XRP, big money level, we're not there just yet. 241.05, we're still above. If it goes below, it's a short. This is not working for their plan to bail out the government. For XLM, 0.323615, it's a short for big money. For Doge, it's a short, 0.19444 for Solana. Big money level, 193.86. We are below that on the price action. It's a short. For Zcash is the only one where we are below on the daily. Potential move to the upside, but it could have a sympathetic move down based on the fact that the rest of the crypto market is dropping. All right, so that's what I look at. I look at where the big money is on the daily for the longer term swings. For an intraday or day trade, I'm looking to see what happened for today. Where's the big money level for today? That is my red and yellow right here. So we are at 110, 171 and 71 cents. So for Bitcoin, for a trade for today, where are my levels? Here we go, all the way. Oops, no, I didn't want to do that. Did not want to do that. Ooh. Over here. Oh yeah. All right. So Bitcoin, big money level. Got to go back up above here. Say up here, 110, 500. Or below 108, 200. Right there. All right. Those are my levels. We've got a red sell signal, in my opinion, on Bitcoin for longer term. Intraday, 110, 171. If we go below 108, 200, potential short there. Divi stock. Okay, let's put this over here. Oh, MO. All right. Ooh, look at Ethereum drop as we're on it over here. All right. So look at how it reversed right there. Let's put it down down here. 37.90. You've got a little move there. Well, it's like 20, not even 20 points. So I'd put it at 37.90. Bigger move to the downside there. Is the chat working on the other ones as well? I see Fish and Deer super active. Is the chat working on YouTube, and is the chat working on Twitter? Please give me a shout out. Great day, Jane. Or, uh-oh, I'm panicked by what you said, Jane. All right, let's also check and see if The Economist, no, we don't have the new one yet. We just have Millie's Peso Pain. Millie in Brazil. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. That's all it takes. But I appreciate it. All right, so for Ethereum, below 37.90 or 39.50. Big money on the intraday is at 39.10.71. There we go. All right, let's go to XRP. Oopsies. I'll just click right here. Make my life easier. All right, XRP over here. And I have to say, I really enjoy it when you guys chat. I don't like just talking at a screen. It's not fun to me. 259 for potential long trade. We've got some moving averages pulling down that would likely cause some resistance, and 2.48 here for potential short. You can see it looks like they sold on the intraday. They're up at 255.84. So potential short on XRP below 248 or above 2.59. Yeah, it's eerily quiet. That's why I'm playing the eerie music. Surprised that China deal didn't pump the market. Here's the thing. I think it's becoming quite apparent that the US government has no money. The big people that manipulate the world are kind of running out of capital. Did anybody recently tell you, oh, look at this alien invasion? Anybody say, oh my gosh, look, there's this alien ship that's due to come and hit us? Their debt-based scheme of running the world is no longer. So all of their leveraging is not really working so well for them. Yeah. Here's the thing. It's hard to time the market, right? To be exactly on time, unless they're the person pulling the strings. 0.304893 is the big money intraday level. So XRP is actually above right now. That's the only one that's above. As well as Zcash. But we are looking like crypto potential winter coming. Potential winter coming. 0.19235. 0.1816. Right there. .1816 and 0.19235. Big money is at 0.18866 for the intraday. All right, let's go to Solana. I think the really big thing is that people are starting to, well, some people, I can't say all people, some people are really starting to see the craziness in the media, the craziness of all politicians. I'm not going to single out Trump because all politicians put us into this mess. It's not one or the other. When you are divided in your mind and, oh, my politician is better than your politician. It's like religious warfare. Mine is better than yours. Who says, right? Who says that? It's not necessarily true. They're all not so good for us. They all are interested in themselves first and then us. Zcash put it at 340 for potential short, and along up here, up above, 367. Yeah, that can happen. 340 and 367. You got to do what fits with you, right? Fits your risk tolerance. Still go small. You can still profit sometimes off of a smaller amount and simply limit your risk. You don't have to go all in. Cash is a position in trading. It is a position. So when people are like, oh, well, it's bearish, you can also wait for the confirmation before you go bear. You don't have to go bull or bear. You can be on the sidelines watching and waiting for confirmation if you're feeling like it's uneasy. Right now we're in an uneasy time. November 5th is the day in which the longest, that will be the longest shutdown. Do you believe, here's a question. Can I do a poll on here? Let's see. Do you believe, I want your yes or no answers. Do you believe that, be live, let me spell that right. Believe the government will open before next Wednesday? Yes or no? Put it in the chat. Let's see, just put yes or no. Yes, okay, so Fish and Deer says yes. Anybody else? What do you guys think? Are we going to have an open before next Wednesday? Right? What do you think? Yes or no? All right, let's look at Google. Google just had earnings, a massive move up. Right now, we are above the point of control from last night, 292. To me, that's pretty bullish signal on Google this morning. So I'm going to put it 290. Oh, let's put it over here. Johan says yes. All right, for those that said yes, what is the indication? What do you think is giving you that comfort in feeling like they're going to do it? Just curious. What is signaling to you that they have the ability to open it up? You don't have to answer if you don't want to, just curious. Because I think it's not going to happen. I think that they have put themselves in a scenario where they can no longer sustain their debt-based system. And that the Federal Reserve is not going to be able to generate more money for a bill. That's my opinion, though. Next Wednesdays, this Saturday is November 1st. And then November 5th is next Wednesday. Yeah, that is the longest government shutdown in history. Fish and Deer says Trump cares about the market. Why does Trump care about the market? I'm open to hearing all sorts of perspectives. Again, I have an opinion, you have an opinion. We can respect each other's opinions. There's nothing that's wrong. I'm just curious as to why your opinion says that he cares about it. 66.50 and 67.50 for MP. Going into earnings, we are still below the big money there. Let's bring this over here. Let's put this to CRML. CRML just above big money. I like it. I like it. 13.20. Intraday was at 12.93. Put it at 12.50 for a potential short here. Very cool. Very cool. That's awesome. So Fish and Deer is saying that he or she has made some big money when he truth posts about Panikins and other market related posts. Yeah, he definitely, it was the same when he was in office and using Twitter. I will definitely say that he can manipulate the market with his Truth Social posts and tweets, for sure. That's definitely in my opinion, a valid argument, but I don't know that to me shows me that he is caring of the market. 43.30 and 43.88 for silver. We have the daily point of control at 43.62 positioning and 58% short. Okay, is it Johan or Johan? Do I say it as a Y? I want to say Johan. I could be saying that wrong. Is saying November is an 11 universal month, something bound to change under such volatile energy. Yes, and a lot of, well, this whole year is a 9-year, right? So numerology and end of cycle. Eli Lilly here on earnings, poppity pop. All right, let's put up here up above 855. They made that easy. We could go to 850 and then only a $5 point move, but I'm going to go 855. And 842.50. It's just, I don't know. I feel like the sham is up. I feel like the sham is up. Now, is that going to mean that the market is going to crack? I couldn't tell you exactly. I see NVIDIA is pulling back. We hit this top trend line. Yesterday I mentioned I could see us pulling back to 195, no problem. Let's put this 205. You think it's just begun? Just begun which way? To the upside? All right, we're bouncing off this 425 here, 202.92. Well, here's the thing. Do you believe that crypto and Bitcoin are the solution to the world? That's another thought process. Do you believe in my personal opinion, digital file Ponzi scheme? If I can get everybody to buy a digital file at this price, then we can bail out the world's problems by selling them this digital file. And we create it and we control it, and everybody else falls for it, is my personal opinion. So I will not touch Bitcoin. All right, Tesla, bear below 454 and bull above 459.12. And how would that be solved? How would you, I have an answer for that, Fish and Deer. You think human authentication is the future? Authentication how? How are you going to authenticate? And is it human or Homo sapien? Okay, so how is that measured? How is it measured? So your eyeball and face. Okay, so you think that it is biometrics that would measure that for you. Basic, you think that biometrics are going to be the way of the future for the financial system of the world? Is that what I'm hearing? I'm picking your brain because I like to. Okay. Here's another thought in my head. At our basic being, our absolute basic essence comes down to, I think it will be quantum, but I don't think that it's going to include digital IDs or biometrics, in my opinion, right? In my opinion, I think that our currency that we receive, right, is going to be tied to our frequency, because we are energetic beings. At our very core, we are made up of atoms, and atoms have electrons, protons, and frequencies. And so those frequencies will be if we're in a high positive frequency of love and caring and helping others instead of shame and fear, that we will have a cool, like, if you think about it, when you let go of stuff and you stop overthinking, things come to you, right? As people say, they're like, don't chase after women, just let it go, and boom, then those people say, oh my gosh, I met my soulmate, or I met this person, because they weren't trying. Meta levels 673 and 692. And so to me, it's going to be more energetic frequency, as opposed quantum in that sense, down to our energy, as opposed to, because what is quantum essence? What is quantum? Quantum talks about the energy, right? So if everybody is saying ORBS, let's see, ORBS, is this a quantum stock? Why are all the quantum stocks doing so well? Because it's a quantum system, in my opinion. Let's check out Wing. And what does quantum measure? Quantum measures energy. Quantum are energetic computers. So Wingstop is super oversold at the moment. Not a lot of volume today. 3.7 million. So that is a bit of a manipulation move. It's all good. Jaspreet, how am I wrong? Educate me. I'm totally open, right? All right, so here we have the downward channel. It's outside. Could it bounce above for fish and deer? Yes, this could be oversold and you could find a quick retracement. There's not a lot of volume today. It could retrace back up to the 4 here, 239, so it could get a 14-point move. We do have earnings coming up, so it would be a cautious entry. If we look back in time, the all-time low is 204. Could it drop another 21 points? In my opinion, yes. Could you get a sort of rubber band trade on that? Yes. Check out the YouTube ORBS video later so we can chat about it tomorrow or next week. I'll be hunting Monday through Thursday next week, so you might not see me. All right, sounds good. Wish you plenty of success. I've gone hunting too, but more, all right, so that's this morning. I've done bird hunting. I don't really hunt mammals that much. But I've done Vale, Quaescent, and Chucker. 59.40. Okay. So would you say that with quantum, Jaspreet, that it is energy based? Let's put 57.50 and 59.50 there for Altria, and the big money is at 59 even. Is this going to move to the downside? Bigger picture. Where are we? 33-day. It could pull back down to 41. We are up here. Oops, let's put this up a little bit more. And then let's bring it back to a 24. So could this, let's hit a 3-day over here. Oops, not 33, but 3-day. It's below that. Let's turn on the other moving averages here. It might pull back to 61.59 and then go from there. It does tend to hit that 50 or below and then retrace back up. So if I were to look at this, I would say maybe 61.59. All right, let's look at, I also want to check out qubits. 3-day, 24 hours. Yeah, no worries. I like having the discussions because I get different perspective, right? When we're able to talk and not argue, it's great because then we can hear each other's side and we can potentially see other views. In my opinion, that's great because then you can, oh yeah. It's like getting into a trade and then you're like, oh yeah, but you know, they're about to lay off 35 million people. Just kidding. But then you go, oh yeah. So this one looks like it needs to get up above really 37 before it would be a bigger move to the upside. We did drop below. I can turn off my other moving averages now, make it more busy. We don't need all that. Uh-oh. All right. Hold on, let me just 2 seconds. Let me answer my mom's call. Thank you, Fish and Deer. 465.36. I'm glad I read that. See, if I'm not talking, just let me know. Let's expand this a bit and give us a bit more space over here. All right. So 474.80 here for potential long trade or below 474. Okay, Jaspreet is saying, we don't know, talking about quantum. Example, electrons do not have any internal structure, so we don't know how to measure the spin. They create their own magnetic field. They spin is just a concept. No one for sure. Yeah, for sure. Science is man-made interpretation, right? Just like in my opinion, religious books are man-made interpretation. All right, let's go here. 244.50 or above. Oh, look at that. They sold on the Russell yesterday. 246.79. 2,000 stocks. We are down below. Is this going to be the beginning of the downward turn of the Russell? 244.50 and 247. Positioning right there. All right, the Qs topping out. This matches the NVIDIA chart. You know what we didn't look at is Apple too. I'm going to bring it right back. Apple's up. Okay. Let's go to the Qs. Apple used to be the strongest one, then it flipped over to NVIDIA. Let's put it down here. 632.50 and 631. All right, Jaspreet is saying, the Book of Enoch sounded man-made when I did a Bible study on it. LOL, but who knows? 631 and 632.50. Big money is still at 604, but it's 72 today instead of 32. All right, Jasper is saying, if someone proves why electrons spin or how subatomic particles behave, you win Nobel Prize. String theory is one of the theories to explain particle behavior, but yeah, it's just a theory. Okay, could we potentially believe that if you are happy, that all of your cells are happy, and that could create a frequency? Fascinating thing about living beings is emotions, how we feel and express. Exactly. Happy, sad creates a sentiment. And when somebody walks into a room and they're scared, you can visibly see it, but you can also feel their energy. Why were we told to stay 6 feet from each other? Because our torus field is roughly our arm's length, right? So roughly 6 feet, so that we don't overlap our feelings. All right, look at that. We're getting into quantum physics. Who knew you were getting quantum physics this morning? I didn't know that. It just came out. Quantum physics, financial system, energy, or digital ID. All right, 685, no, let's put up here, 685.50 or below 683.50. That's the fun thing. We can talk about all sorts of different topics at the same time. All right, 683.50 and 685.50, and we are looking at 671.94 right there. So we're getting a caution. Oh, we didn't look over here. Let's look at this. UVXY, big money level, 10. We're going to go 1063, the highest that we would need to break to get above all of them, and we're at 1028. All right, that's a little caution. It's not there yet. We are there on VXX. VXX, 33.28, and we are at 33.25, just barely there. UVIX, 1040 is the top. We are at 951. SPXS, 37.11. And we are at 35.17. Salt of Life, John. Hello, hello. Can I go live? You know what? Here's the thing. I do my trading in the morning, and then I'm my mom, right? So I end up running around like crazy. I'm not always in front of my computer. This is the one time that I can be consistently here, because sometimes I'm trading on my phone. And so sometimes I'm not here at my desk, but I set everything up, because the beauty of this is once you hit save, it is on your phone or wherever you are. Okay, so SRT, we are well above. So let's look at SRT on the daily. Oops, wrong one. On the daily, how low does it typically go before we see a retracement back, right? We don't usually, okay, so we get to the 33, right? Maybe the 50. So I would say this could maybe go to 1155 and 1193 if I was looking for potentially timing an entry on the Russell ETF, right? But we are definitely above, definitely getting the sell signal there. And they've just barely, that shows positioning right here. But it seems like they positioned over here first. Yes? Seems like they've positioned over here. if we go above 1148 and then 1180, those would be the levels, and then on up to 1288. Stock Jock. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know what? I tried to change my name and I can't change it. So if I'd put something that said stock in it, I think it would have, I would have more. But it's, you know, it's okay. It's all right. All right, SDOW 3553 and 3356. So only getting a sell signal now, for now, on the Russell. All right. Any other stocks or crypto you would like to check out? Let me know. I think you did mention one. Check out NB. Is that New Balance? NIGO Corp. Other minerals. Let's put on a couple of these. All right, 844 right now. They are still below, right? So if it goes above 850, NB to me would have a chance to move to the upside. Right now, it looks like it's going to continue to the down. All right, hope you all have an amazing trading day. Carpe Profit, seize those profits one trade at a time. If you like what I talked about as far as the big money on your stock chart, here is the ebook I set up. Very, very simple to understand, and $11 to figure out exactly how to set up yourself. Also selling my investment here. We just dropped it 500, trying to get more people interested, looking to take real estate capital and turn it into other real estate capital for a house down in the States. So I hope you all have an amazing trading day. Carpe Profit. Oh, was that always there? That the chat has been on the screen? Huh. Can you guys see that? Invest in New Jersey. Can you guys see the chat here? On the screen, it's roughly right here. Can you guys see that? I just noticed that. Has that been there the whole time? Do we know? You can? Did anybody else see that? That's cool. I don't know how I did that. Text, chat box. Huh, look at that. Huh. Oh, I made it smaller. Huh. OBS, Outer Banks. OBX? Streamlabs. Streamlabs. Yeah. It's cool. I just noticed it. It's very cool. Okay, in any event. Learned something new as well today. Have an amazing trading day. Don't just have a good day. Have a great day. Bye for now. See you tomorrow.